John. Yes, I am. I have a question connected to the talks today in Geneva on the Ukraine crisis and so forth. After the talks, Wendy Sherman said that the U.S. raised a number of ideas, including one related to missile deployments. She said, to quote her, the United States is open to discussing the future of certain missile systems in Europe along the lines of the now defunct INF treaty. So my question is, given that after the U.S. withdrew from the treaty, it began work on development of new INF range missiles, how would Secretary Austin feel about returning to a ban on such missiles, given the current work that is going on with those missiles right now?
Bob, I think we're just not at a point here either on the capability side or certainly in the discussions with the Russians for the Secretary to stake out a hard position one way or another on that. Separate and distinct from the continent of Europe, work continues on those kinds of capabilities. And then when you start to fold in the talks there, again, I won't negotiate here from the podium, and I certainly won't get ahead of our State Department colleagues in Geneva and as they move on now to Brussels as their next stop. But we were certainly aware and supportive of the effort to be able to talk about missile capabilities on the European continent as one thing that the administration would be willing to look at, assuming, of course, and this sometimes gets lost in the discussions about what's going on in Geneva, that there would be some level of reciprocity by the Russians in return for that. So look, I kind of backing out broadly here. As you know, we have a couple of delegates from the Department of Defense accompanying Deputy Secretary Sherman, General Mingus from the Joint Staff, and Laura Cooper from the OSD staff. We're very much in support of diplomacy taking the lead here to try to find a way to de-escalate the tensions and to get to a better outcome. We're fully in support of that, in diplomacy being the lead element here, and in the department doing what we can to help foster more fruitful negotiations. But again, I don't want to get ahead of it. Janie.